So how do you kickflip? I mean, you pop, you kick, you jump, and you land. We could complicate it, but I mean, we shouldn't do that. I'm Spencer Nuzzi, and I'm gonna teach you how to kickflip. Before we get ahead of ourselves, what is a kickflip? According to Google's definition, a kickflip in skateboarding is a maneuver in which the skateboard is manipulated by the feet during a jump so that it spins sideways through 360 degrees before landing. Geez, that was some lengthy URL garbage. Pretty much, it's a pop, flip, land. But really though, don't sleep on this kickflip, because what we're gonna be going over today, well, it's gonna be used in a lot of your advanced flip tricks that you're gonna be moving on to. So pay attention, and I don't know, you'll thank me later, I guess. As we get into the kickflip, I do recommend a solid ollie because, well, we're gonna be using a lot of the same timing and a lot of the same motions in it. And like the ollie, you're gonna keep your back foot in the same popping position for the kickflip. And then for your front foot, well, you're gonna keep it slightly diagonal and a little bit underneath the bottom bolts. This is gonna keep you balanced and ready to do a kickflip. With the ollie, you slide your whole entire foot all the way up to the nose. But the kickflip, you're gonna be using your toe and it's gonna slide diagonally off of it. If you start putting your foot lower than that or off to the edge, well, it's not gonna make it flip faster. It's gonna make it harder to stand and you're just gonna look like you don't know what you're doing. So watch closely as my toes slide up and off the board in a diagonal motion. This motion is gonna turn to a full-on kick. And that's what's gonna flip your board. So if your board's not flipping enough, kick harder. And if it's flipping too much, well, don't kick as hard. So don't get frustrated with this trick. It may take some time to learn. So what you can do to practice this is find a nice soft area and get into the rhythm of popping, jumping, flipping, and committing. Don't be scared. I mean, that's why you're learning in a nice soft area before you bring it to the streets. As you get your stationary kickflip down, you're gonna be doing your jumping and your flicking. The next thing you're gonna be worrying about is the landing, and this is pretty much the most important part. But you gotta make sure you're landing quite balanced, because if you're on the nose too much or on the tail too much, if you do a kickflip on the cement like that, well, you're gonna take a nice little spill. Once you're landing kickflips consistently and are able to keep your balance, well, you're ready for the cement. Don't be scared, do everything the same that you were doing in the grass. Make sure your feet are spread apart and your knees are slightly bent, ready for the impact. Remember to use your arms to help you balance too. And actually, kickflips are easier on hard surfaces because the tail snaps, giving you better pop. So that was the kickflip. And if you're having any other issues with it, well, it's probably with the flicks. So you could try kicking harder or just jumping higher. And don't worry about the whole style thing and catching it all cool, because right now you're just trying to learn it and land it. That'll come later on. And I guess really the only thing I can leave you with is practice your kickflip and subscribe to Ride. And like what I always tell you, leave me a comment, right? You're gonna take your back foot off. You're gonna move it up to about your front foot. You're gonna put it on the ground. Get your board high. You're gonna have to bend your knees up. I mean, touch your knees to your chin if you have to.